beautiful moment together with good wines, but most with the good people. People are everything in life. If you don't have the right people around you, nothing can be happen. And I'm happy that tonight something spectacular happened. And I think and I hope this is just the beginning of a beautiful future, collaboration together, because as we got something in our life, we have to give back something in our life. So I'm proud that all of you decide to be here to make something happen. Thank you again.
When we were that little speck with the 501c number that came with it, I never thought in my wildest dreams that in less than 5 years, I would be honored to host something like this. And it's all because of all of you unbelievable givers on this planet. Honestly, everybody look around. Everybody here is a giver because you've all given to this foundation. Every single one of you. Your sweat, your blood, lots of money, lots of volunteer hours, lots of everything. I can't thank you enough. So, first, my biggest gratitude to Ritu and Deepak, the hosts with the most, the biggest hearts. They've been there for me from the beginning. Venue cost, $0. They have supported this foundation since inception. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. All the wineries, where are you? Tequila, wine, Tuscany, Temecula, Paso, Blake, Brian, everybody, all of you. Thank you for giving from your hearts with no expectation, trusting our foundation, letting us do what we wanted to do with all your support. Thank you, thank you. All our vendors, my God, these banners, my DJ, my photographer, these people are all giving their time. They're all givers. Everybody here is a giver. What can I say? My family, where are you? Arjun, Anish, Abby, JJ. These are my rock stars. They're my support. They're my rocks. They're my biggest fans. Thank you, my mommy. Thank you for producing me so I can give back. My unbelievable board of directors. My God, I needed all that energy, everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. And then I already said this, all of you. Everybody here is a giver. If it wasn't for you, we couldn't have done this. Thank you for your support. Thank you for believing in us. We honestly got to a point where we wanted you here so you can listen to the presentation, to see who we are, what we're about, what we're looking to do, what we've achieved so far. And to do that is my greatest and dearest friend, Angela, without whom I promised myself I wasn't going to cry. Without her, this was 1000% impossible. She is the greatest blessing in my life. Thank you for doing this right by my side all the time. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now I can't cry because I have to get through this presentation and tell you all about Giving from the Heart, where we started, where we've been, where we're going. So without further ado, thank you, Renew. I'm going to get started. So Giving from the Heart, as she mentioned, started in 2019. And our mission is to support local nonprofits by facilitating connections between community resources and those nonprofits. That's a mouthful, right? So what does that really mean? Let's see from Renew's own words.
Morning, Mom, and good morning, Matilda. This is literally where it started. I used to come in for my coffee. I met the owner. He told me that there's a lot of food that just gets thrown in the trash can, but if I wanted it and I wanted to take it from here, I could. And that's when my wheels started spinning. I put together a little project where there are low-income family housing facilities that could use all of this food.
So that was Renew's aha moment in 2019. She saw all these resources being thrown away and knew that there were people that could use it. So her mission became to bridge those connections. This program with 7-Eleven continues today through the support of the owners of 7-Eleven and our some are here, and this volunteers that go to the stores once a week, twice a week to make sure we get those food deliveries. We're collecting now around 1,500 to 2,000 meals per week. Woo! That is amazing. So, what happened next? 2020. Anybody remember that year? Just a little minor. We were having board meetings and all these grand ideas, and then the world shut down. So the world was pivoting, and so did Giving from the Heart. We were so grateful for the outpouring of the community. So many people were looking for ways to help, and this began many partnerships that we had, including working with Caring Hand. With them, we were able to provide over 23,000 meals in just the first year and a half of COVID. Overall, we were able to coordinate thousands of brown bag lunches and on-site meals for not only those with food insecurities, but our frontline workers that were working tirelessly through that pandemic. This program also continues to this day. We don't like to end things, we just keep going and find more people. But we are at over 250,000 meals. It's amazing. So we came out of COVID and we said, well, we want to do more than just provide brown bag lunches and meals. And we started looking at ways to expand. And through that, we began our school supply program. And that was not just to provide school supplies for kids in elementary and high school, but also for kids going into college. Because those college kids were losing their resources from the public school. They had Chromebooks and other resources, and we were able to bridge that gap and get them the Chromebooks so when they went on to college, they had the resources that they needed. We also started our annual toy drive. This is one of my favorite things in the whole world. And the reason is because we get to play Santa. We don't just collect toys and hand them off to somebody else. We actually have the list of kids and their ages, what they're looking for, and we're able to go out and get the gifts, get the donations, and get the toys to those kids. And we do everything from collecting them to then going to Renew's house to wrapping them. Trust me, there's lots of wine. There's a theme with this wine thing that we have going on. And then we get to distribute them. So we truly get to play Santa Claus with Santa. So we're Santa's elves, helping him out, making sure these kids have a great Christmas. Our first year, we did just about 100 toys. This past year, it was over 500 toys. So we're looking to go beyond that, and you'll, I'm sure, be getting emails from us in the next few months. Next up, we started our annual food drive. And that started several years ago as well, right around COVID. And it started with just, as you can see, maybe a couple trunk loads of donations. But we might start small, but we expand and expand big. We are now over a 2-car garage filled and overflowing of donations through the realtors that we work with at Pinnacle that do their food drives, help us collect this food. We appreciate that. You know, we have all of the people that we reach out to, our friends, our families, they're all donating, and without that we wouldn't be able to help provide support to basically boost the inventory of low-income families and families in transitional housing. Next up, I want to show you a little video from Manny. He is a director at North Valley Caring Services, which is one of our many community partners.
Hello everyone, it gives me great pleasure today to be able to offer this testimony on behalf of Giving from the Heart Foundation. It has been a great pleasure to work with Lucy and the rest of her team on behalf of the community of North Valley. My name is Manny Flores. I'm Executive Director of North Valley Caring Services, and with the cooperation and support of Giving from the Heart Foundation, we've been able to bring much support to much needed community. I know that Giving from the Heart Foundation really does focus on education. The way the support has come is just tremendous. We have given computers to our children. We have offered them the ability to have gifts during Christmas time. Many of these kids maybe wouldn't have had those opportunities. And something that strikes really close to my heart was during the pandemic. Our kids were here in a makeshift classroom that we had. The reason was that they didn't have the ability to do their work at home, so they didn't have computers or Wi-Fi. And going through the school year, there were kids who were graduating in the year 2022, I believe. And it was so special to be able to put together a graduation for kids. In one particular case, there was a young lady named Daniela, and she was able to graduate, and we had the ceremony here on our campus. And I can remember her coming to me and crying and saying, you know, thank you, man, thank you for putting together this graduation. My mother, she's been fighting cancer, and I don't know if she'll be around for the next graduation. And for my mom to see me with my graduation outfit on, and for her to see me in this aspect, I think is something that I will forever be grateful. And I can remember just saying, it wasn't NBCS, it was Giving from the Heart Foundation. And I'm sure that they were very happy to be able to do that for us. Tonight I'm very proud again for all the work that we have been partners in, and I look forward to much more opportunities to continue to provide essential services for our community.
Thank you, Manny. So if you guys didn't hear that, that'll be up on our website, and you can go check it out and see just all the great work and how it really does impact our community. So that's how we started and how we've been going. But what about our future? Well, it's through events like this tonight and your support that we're going to be able to expand and grow and do the things that Renew has always dreamed of, that our board is supportive of and encourages and wants to see the impact within the community. So we want to thank you for coming out. Tonight's event is going to help us continue our support with with Valley Family Center. So I've had some wine. Bear with me. There's a lot of valleys. So right now we are currently supporting the in-person counseling for women who are victims of domestic abuse and violence. We are expanding that to year-round in-person counseling for children who are victims of domestic abuse and violence. And without your support tonight, we could not do it. So thank you. We plan to continue support for that and many other projects in the future. But in the meantime, I want to bring up Lorena Villalba. She's on the board of directors at Valley Family Center, and she's also a counselor. So she's going to tell you guys a little bit more about the program and the impact that it's going to make. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to be here. All the energy and the support, this is amazing. I was expecting a fundraiser. I was not expecting this many people. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. Valley Family Center is a counseling center located in the San Fernando area. We've been around since 1987. What do? We provide counseling services for individuals, families, couples, and children. Now, everybody knows about 2020. Renaud talked about that. So we started doing telehealth therapy, and it's been really difficult to get in-person clients into our services. Renew and I met maybe about a year ago. Has it been about a year ago, Renew? Yep. She came in, toured the center, loved it, and she was eager to do something different. So we started off with giving toys to our clients, and for the last 2 years, Renew has been that elf helping Santa with 60 families that are getting gifts. Now, when we say 60 families, it doesn't mean 60 kids, because some families might have more than 3 kids. So plenty of gifts for the kids, so thank you for being that angel. And she said, Lorena, we gotta do something else. And she approached me and she said, whenever you have someone in need, please call me. I'm pretty obedient. So I needed to call Renew, and I'm going to present someone later on and tell you why I ended up calling Renew about our services. But prior to COVID, Valley Family Center was offering in-person services, and we had the children's group. And it's so awesome to see the kids come in and eager to get counseling. We didn't have that anymore. And counseling in person works a lot better than just being online. So Renew said, what is your dream? Renew, my dream is to open up again the children's group, but I don't have money for it. So this is where we partner up. Yeah. And let me tell you that as of September 26th, what's today's date? So that was 2 days ago. We had 21 kids registered into our kids program, and 16 of them showed up. That is thanks to each and every one of you guys. We're going to be able to provide counseling services, which is going to be a treatment consisting of 26 weeks, focusing on identifying emotions, on self-esteem, anger management, a lot of good things coming for those kids that need it. Now, we know the effects of COVID. We haven't really seen the tip of the effects of COVID. There are so many families going through domestic violence while, everybody was sitting down at home, right? Some families had to share apartments, and there were 3-4 families living in one place. But that meant that there was a lot of stress and a lot of fight, and sadly, a lot of sexual abuse too. So we're seeing a lot of that within the community, and that's what we want to help out. And I have a great team of counselors, and I want to introduce today someone that came in with me, Giovanna. Giovanna is one of our facilitators and clinicians at Valley Family Center. This girl is on fire. Let me just tell you that she has the gift to work with teenagers. And I want her to talk to you a little bit about what's going to happen in the groups. But most importantly, why are you doing what you do, Giovanna? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Thank you guys for having us today. A little bit about me. So my name is Giovanna Kelly. I'm actually an associate therapist at Valley Family Center. And I got into this work because a little bit about my story. I actually grew up in a cult, and I, was sexually abused for 10 years. My 2 older brothers died by suicide, and I was like, okay, well, I'm the third in line. I guess this is how we choose to leave. I decided to give it one more chance, and I decided to join therapy. I was given the gift of therapy because I didn't have the funds. I'm a single mom of 5. I have 5 children, but I didn't have the funds to pay for therapy. Therapy was a luxury for me. And so my therapist was so gracious and gave me this grant that allowed me to attend therapy for free for as long as I needed. I used that grant for 7+ years, and she never rushed me. And one thing I noticed about my journey when I was doing my therapy was a lot of victims don't have the language. And so we used art a lot to, figure out what was going on and how to get it out. So one of the things I made in my therapy journey 7 years ago was this bowl. It is a kintsugi bowl. If you guys don't know what kintsugi is, it's a Japanese art, and usually when we drop a dish or drop something valuable, we'll throw it away. In the art of kintsugi, we take all the pieces, we lay them out, we glue it back together, and we mend the cracks with gold. And now this bowl is more beautiful than it was before. And I did this in my therapy journey with my therapist 7 years ago. And I decided, because it changed my life and it saved my life, which is something I couldn't afford otherwise, I decided to go back to school and do this for other people. And I now work at Valley Family Center, and I'm able to bring this and do this with my teens and my kids as well. So it's come full circle. I started on the other side of the couch, and now I'm on this side of the couch helping people because of gifts like what you guys are doing for people that can't afford therapy otherwise, like me. Thank you guys.
It's amazing. Thank you, Giovanna, for the work that you do. And she started off Thursday with 5 kids in her group, and we're hoping that we can double up that, and she can have up to 12 kids in that group. Right? That's what I'm looking forward to. And this is not done. I also need to introduce someone that you guys are already helping. She doesn't speak English, so I'm going to have to translate. But if we can please give a round of applause to Griselda Lopez, who came in with her daughter. And you're going to get to meet Griselda and hear a little bit about her story. Anybody know Spanish here? All right. Okay, so she's going to say it in Spanish. Be patient with me. I'll translate in English, okay?
Hi. Buenas tardes. Bienvenidos a todos. Agradezco por la oportunidad de estar acá. Mi nombre es Griselda López y mi niña Cristal. Ahora agradezco a Dios por mi vida a pesar de muchas dificultades vividas. Les quiero comentar un poco de mi historia.
Good afternoon. Welcome everyone. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here. My name is Griselda Lopez. I'm 26 years old and I have a 7-year-old daughter. Now I thank God for my life despite of the many trials and difficulties I have experienced. I want to tell you a little bit about my story.
En el 2019 quedé embarazada a los 6 meses. Recibí una mala noticia que mi bebé no venía bien y no me dieron esperanza de vida. Me dieron 3 opciones: tomar una pastilla para quitarle la vida y la segunda era un aborto donde la sacarían con pinza. La tercera opción era un parto con riesgo. El 4 de diciembre, 2 días antes de mi cumpleaños, nació mi bebé. La pude conocer y abrazarla durante 2 horas de vida. La pérdida de mi hija me ocasionó un gran luto.
In 2019, I became pregnant, and at 6 months into the pregnancy, I received bad news that my baby was not doing well. The doctors gave me no hope of life. I was given 3 options. 1, to take a pill and end her life. 2, to have an abortion where they would remove her with forceps. And the 3rd option, a risky delivery. On December 4th, 2 days before my birthday, my baby was born. I was able to meet her, hug her during her 2 hours of life. She died in my arms shortly after being born. The loss of my daughter caused me great mourning.
En el 2021 empecé a escupir sangre. Fui al médico. Me diagnosticaron cáncer en las glándulas salivares. Tenía un tumor de 12 centímetros. Tuve una cirugía. Continué con el tratamiento y gracias a Dios hoy soy sobreviviente del cáncer y hoy soy libre de cáncer.
In 2021, I started spitting blood and I went to the doctor. They diagnosed me with salivary gland carcinoma. I had a 12-centimeter tumor. I had surgery. I continue with the treatment and thank God I'm a cancer survivor. Today, I'm cancer-free.
En el 2022 identifiqué estar en violencia doméstica. Estuve en una relación la cual hubo violencia física, verbal, emocional, psicológica y económica. Alguien hizo una llamada al Departamento de Protección de Menores. Estuve a punto de que me quitaran a mi hija. Me separé de la persona que me provocó la violencia. He tenido muchas dificultades económicas. Soy alguien que trabaja 6 días a la semana, vendo fruta. Para sacar mi hogar adelante no tenía fondos para pagar la terapia. Gracias a la Fundación Giving of the Heart, gracias por pagar todo mi programa de terapias grupales.
In 2022, I identified being in a domestic violence relationship. I was in a relationship in which there was physical, verbal, emotional, psychological, and financial abuse. During an incident of violence, someone called the Department of Children and Family Services, and I almost had my daughter taken away from me. I separated from the person who provoked the violence. I had many economic difficulties. I'm someone who works to provide for myself and my daughter. I work 6 days a week selling fruit in a street corner to support my household. I needed support, but I didn't have the funds to pay for therapy. And I'm thankful to the Giving of the Heart Foundation for paying for my entire group therapy.
Las terapias grupales me han ayudado a identificar la violencia doméstica. He aprendido de la necesidad de poder proveerle a mi hija un ambiente libre de violencia. Mi hija recién empezó su terapia hace 2 días. Le agradezco a cada uno de ustedes por hacer la diferencia en la vida de mi hija, pagando las sesiones grupales.
Group therapy has helped me identify the domestic violence I endure. I have learned about the need to be able to provide for my daughter with an environment free of violence. My daughter just started group therapy 2 days ago, and I thank each and one of you for making a difference in my daughter's life by paying for the group sessions too.
Mi deseo es seguir adelante, proveyendo de acuerdo a las necesidades de mi hija. Ella tiene el sueño de ser médico y quiero ayudarla a seguir su sueño. Quiero seguir trabajando y crecer en mi negocio, quizá en un futuro teniendo mi propio lugar de venta. Gracias por cada uno de ustedes, de poder ayudar a personas como yo que queremos salir adelante con nuestro sueño. Thank you.
My desire is to continue providing for my daughter and his needs. She has a dream of being a doctor, and I want to help her and follow her dreams. I want to continue working and grow my business, perhaps in the future having my own store. Thank you to each one of you this evening. Thank you for giving us the heart to be able to help people like me who want just a better life and follow our dreams.